to own a business, which is where you have the opportunity. And from this, then this would be entrepreneur. To start your own business and this and that. Now you can't read that as my writing, but you get the idea. That's entrepreneur. Here's where life starts. What you have is a dream. Dreams have no possibility. Dreams are just out there. Oh, if I could only, Then you have a wish. I really wish I could. That becomes more active. That becomes something that has a little more movement to it because that leads to possibility. And possibility means, maybe I could do that. Possibility allows the generation of goals. And goals are right there with decision. Now, everybody's come here because they have some kind of a goal. It might be very simple, it might be small. Only you know what your personal goal is. Or several of the things you want. The categories are help my family. The categories are I want a car. The categories can be I want to send my children to a good school with a good meal before they go. The category can be I want to establish a chiropractic college in the Philippines. So we have goals that only you know what your goals are and what the level they are. And the value of having those and keeping them in mind is that goals lead to motivation. Motivation leads to action. So I have a little quote here. In the United States, there's a man named Les Brown. And Les Brown said, "Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears." Like that. A fear is a stop. A fear is a stop. It's an emotion that gets in the way of action. And I've got another one. Aristotle is considered one of the fathers of Western civilization. Now, we're here in the Philippines, which is a mix of East and West. You've heard of Aristotle. Aristotle said, choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Choice, not chance. You have a choice to make because you have a dream, a wish, a possibility, a goal. To make a decision. The other thing is, I've got another quote. Action, not prayers, determines your results. What gets in the way of action, of taking action, is emotions. Is the feelings we have when we say, I want to do this, yes, but. We have the instant reaction. And I took a seminar here a week ago, earlier this last month, where they're teaching the leading edge of information, the leading edge of processing for efficiency and effectiveness. And it all comes down to how we think and how we respond. Everybody has alibi. What we have is the reason we're going to or the reason we're not. Here's the truth. The emotion and the feeling came first. The way the mind works is feeling, justification, alibi, and the story. And people don't know the difference. What I want to do is briefly tell you that you can handle, you can learn to manage those emotions in an effective manner. This is new stuff and simple. You have all the resources. So as you remember your individual goals, as you remember the people who will be affected by your goals, and how your goals will enhance your future next week, next month, down the road, you also can come back to knowing that there is a means to handle those things so that this goes away. Stops can be erased slowly. Now, some of you have heard of motivational speakers and motivational people. There's Tony Robbins. A lot of people have heard of Tony Robbins, and what Tony Robbins does is great. But what he's doing is saying, you gotta be excited to get it done! Yes, let's do that! Here I'm a little guy. This was me, really. The worst thing in the world ever. I'm scared. To stand up in front of an audience. Teachers kill kids. Teachers ruin kids. What do? They put them in front of the crowd and humiliate them because they didn't do their homework. All right. Get rid of those pictures. Okay? What you have instead is the ability to change. Because I came from total humiliation, unable to stand in front of the class and say a word. The teacher had to finally drag me away because it was totally ineffective. That's what we do to kids, and that's the fear that's installed, so we can change that now. What it changes, it takes is something simple. Now, to do that, we need to have a resource. We also have a resource. You guys came here and we just had some laughter at my antics, right? And so what you had was a positive feeling of some kind. A resource can be very simple. What you want is what we call positive feelings. I've got one that's really sweet. I've got Irene has a daughter who's 4.5 years old. She came in one day with a lot of little rubber bands in her hair, making her hair wrapped around in a circle, and she looked just like the candy on the Candy Crush when you get 5 in a row. Now you're all But I experienced it. Now, that was an experience of delight, and you had similar. Even it can be a smile at someone you want pass by in the street. It can seeing a pretty girl or a handsome guy walk by. Ooh, wow. It could be looking at those shoes, or it could be that one scene in a movie. Okay, so what I got was delight. I felt the experience of delight with this child. What I got was humor. Sorry. Am I not quiet?
No.
I'm not loud enough?
No. No.